Hello folks, welcome back to another lesson. We are doing Kaleo Backbone as requested by new patron Alex Ratcliffe. Thanks very much indeed for your support, sir. This is a cool one. I actually never heard of this band. It's always nice when you get to explore some new stuff. We're going to dive straight in. It's not loads to this, but some of the transitional parts in this are really interesting, so I'd encourage you to give it a go if you haven't heard of them. Capo on the first fret is all you need. The guitar is in standard tuning though, okay? So you're going to be doing that. Let's dive in, shall we? Now we'll look at the intro first. That actually doubles up as the chorus as well. There's some subtly different fills in there, but it's pretty similar. Chord-wise, first of all though, right, before we get into some of the sort of noodly transitional pieces, you're going to do, and I'm going to call these out relative to capo, right? So it's going to be like an F shape, right? To a D minor. A minor. To a G. It's more like a G5, right? You basically fret the third fret. That is going to mute the A string. Next slot are open until the top E. Okay? Back around you have an F. Another D minor. And then you stay on the A minor. First finger off, A sus2. Okay, so the rhythm, roughly, because it doesn't change exactly on the beat, right? So we'd have... like that. So those are the changes, right? Now, there are some cool little incidentals that we need to nail, okay? I would recommend that you play the F chord with your thumb over the top, right? Just because it's easier to get that little pull off there, right? Which is quite pronounced. So we'd have... Okay, there's a little bit going on there, so again from the beginning, slowly. You got that first. So down, 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 up, and then the pull off. And all your fingers are going to come off there, because then you're going to fret the D minor, and then play up, down, 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 up. And you change again to part of the A minor chord, right? So you're going to go... And then you start to make the A minor shape. You do an A minor 7 first, because then you're going to hammer on that. The second fret on the G, okay? And again here. So again you're going down, 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 up, down, off, third fret. And a little fill there. Again, this second bar. Okay, so the first two bars, again, I'm labouring it a bit because there is quite a lot going on. And if you're a beginner, it's nice to hear it slowly. So we have... Okay, first two bars. Next two bars. That's the same up to that point. And then we have... little variance there. So we have... So that's the intro. Then we go into the verse. He stays on the A minor, right? Again, I'll just show you the chords. We have A minor to G to D minor for one bar. Back around. F, G, A minor. With the A sus to fill. You go round again. The second time, it's just a subtly different fill, okay? So then with the incidentals, not as many as in the intro actually, calms down a bit. So we have... That's a chord 1. Then we go... And then the third bar... like that, and then the fourth, and back around, right? So let's dive into those. Same thing here, A minor 7 to an A minor, the little hammer on. You got that sort of vibe, okay? All your fingers come off there as you change. Then you play. Like that. Then you move to the D minor. Quite tricky because you're going to go to, well, you could do it with the third or your little finger. And that's quite tricky because you've got 0, 0, 3, 1, and you're hammering on again that 0 to 2, right? All off when you change again, right? So again. To the F. The F then goes to F to G. Similar sort of fill, and then back to the A minor. And there's variances here, right? The second time round you got this. But, you know, you can mix that up as you wish. Then we go into the chorus part, okay? Chorus is cool. It's F to D minor. And then... A minor to G. Second time round you do F to D, D minor rather, A minor, and then you stay on that A. So similar to the intro, okay? And the rhythm goes. All right, that's the first 2 bars. Second lot go. Like that. So it's a variance of what we played earlier, basically. So not as much going on. I think it's actually easier than the intro. That you do that 4 times, as per the tab, and then you're going to repeat the verse twice, and then you do the chorus 8 times. Okay, and then coming out of that, we've got a slightly different bit and a new chord. So we have A minor to G. You got a little G7 there, right? Which is my first finger there, but it comes in as a sort of little fill. So we have, and then, yeah, it's very subtle. And then we go to a C, right? Again, there's that hammer on. Here, you can play this chord. So you bar the, it's the 5th fret, but I've got this 4th basically, relative to capo, and you're going to play you're going to play a C shape, but the root's on the 8th fret here, relative to capo, 7th fret, right? Which would make it an E, okay? So you can swap that out. The bass, I think, actually plays that note. So if you're finding that tricky, which it is, just play an E. So that would be... or... like that. Then you've got a few bars. I think it might only be 1 bar So you're singing where's your backbone. And I'm just going to run through the chords. So we've got C to F, C to E, and you play that twice. Third time, C, F, C. And then we're into the outro. Again, just slightly different chords variations. We have D minor to G, C, again, E, or A minor, F, C, F minor, bit of tension, and then C. And that is it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again soon.